Hello, my name is Patrizia Lombardi. I am the Deputy Rector of Politecnico di Torino and currently President of the Italian Network of Universities for Sustainable Development. This network involves currently 78 universities in Italy. It has been created in 2015 with the aim of supporting and promoting Agenda 2030. It involves currently more than 700 delegates among technical staff and faculty, and the delegate work across different disciplines inside 7 working groups on energy, sustainable mobility, circular economy, food, climate crisis, education, and social inclusion. We have achieved so far a number of great results, including the signature from all Italian rectors of a manifesto which support Italian strategies for sustainable development at local level. And it also a great evidence to show that the Green Office and Sustainability Offices in all Italian university system has been incredibly increased since 2015. We are in partnership with a number of organizations that aim at promoting Agenda 2030, and we have developed events and initiatives altogether for making more awareness in this field at the local, national, and international level. Currently, we're working as well in the organization of events for COP26 and in a special forum in Expo Dubai in the Italian Pavilion with other networks for making urgent issue and commitment to support communities and to answer to the voice of the youngest and future generation. I believe that in this decade we need to speed this commitment, and I'm sure that with your help we will do it.
With the pandemic, we are understood that clearly there are something that we cannot control. The global emergency that we are facing has raised an important question, which is the world that we want to leave to our children. The answer is simple. We need to live a sustainable world. And the United Nations Goals 2030 are giving us a clear indication that time is short, less than 1 decade, to direct the climate change, to act upon the waste of resources like water and land, to protect our seas and forests, to preserve biodiversity, and to build up cities that are at human scale. We must ask ourselves what we can do to achieve these goals. In Leonardo, sustainability is a key word, is the element that we use as a reference for the decision of today and for the future. And then in particular, the space technology can offer a wide contribution to manage these challenges. Make an example. The Italian satellite Cosmos Skymed and the European Copernicus Sentinels may already contribute by monitoring a large number of phenomena, like movement of glaciers, raising of sea levels, consumption of waters and land, illegal deforestation, and many other phenomena. So then resources are scarce and limited, and the satellite technologies can help to manage and to control them. Even starting from daily maintenance. Let's make an example. Using precision farming services, we may control the use of critical resources and the management of them to save water, to reduce fertilizers, and to monitor the respective phenological cycle of plants. For the climate change, satellite technologies together with the artificial intelligence and data, the big data analytics, can be able to create and predict accurate predictions and in a way to give to decision-making process the possibility to identify measures to limit the problems and then to control and monitoring the effects of those measures taken. For the goal of smart cities, the continuous monitor from satellites can support the building of cities that are increasingly resilient and sustainable. I've said that sustainability for Leonardo is a key word. Indeed, it is clearly written as a main element of our strategic plan, which we call Be Tomorrow Leonardo 2030, and to our sustainability masterpiece. Indeed, because we are convinced that technology, and in particular space technology, can support the biggest challenge that we have in front of us. The challenge is to continue and support the growth and the development of humanity by maintaining and preserving the planet and the environment. It's a great challenge, but that challenge can be met with the commitment of all of us and with the use of right solutions. And we are convinced that technology and space technology can be the solutions. That is why our motto is Space to the Future.
In order to embed sustainability into public policies, business models, and more responsible production and consumption models, the engagement of civil society has a key role. From this point of view, the experience of the Italian Alliance for Sustainable Development, ASviS, is significant. The Alliance brings together more than 290 member organizations and is the largest civil society network in Italy. It aims to raise the awareness of the Italian society, economic stakeholders, and institutions about the importance of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and to mobilize them in order to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. Every day, ASviS engages in dialogue with Italian institutions, both at government level and at the level of regions and municipalities. ASviS reports are presented to the Italian institutions, and they are our main contribution to transparent governance in Italy and aims at supporting Italian policymakers at all levels in designing efficient and coherent strategies for sustainable development. We measure if and how Italy is implementing the 2030 Agenda and present our policy proposals to go in that direction. Moreover, the Sustainable Development Festival was created to raise awareness among the public opinion on social, economic, and environmental sustainability with a bottom-up approach. It is a very inclusive event over a period of 17 days, as many as the Sustainable Development Goals, with hundreds of events organized throughout the country and also abroad into the Italian embassies, thanks to the cooperation with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. The festival reaches millions of people every year, and it was nominated twice as a finalist for the SDG Action Awards of the UN SDG Action Campaign. ASviS also dedicates particular attention to quality education through the production of e-learning solutions, partnership with the universities and high-level summer schools, and to a daily information through its website, its social media channels, and the cooperation with ANSA, the leading Italian news agency, and RAI, the national public television. Of course, we would be more than happy to share our experience with the other civil society organizations throughout the world to enable sustainability through a multi-stakeholder engagement, even in other countries.
One of the key themes of the Italian Pavilion at Expo Dubai is circularity. First of all, circularity about all the materials we're using. We're using a lot of recycled materials, we're using a lot of materials that come from natural origin, we've been experimenting with new different type of combinations, so this really was one of the key things. But circularity also because of the very principle of the pavilion. A pavilion which is made of three boats now in Dubai, they arrive in Dubai. Those three boats are now the roof of the pavilion, but those three boats also can keep on sailing after the expo. So somehow the idea that the pavilion is a temporary space, a space that's composed of this kind of, with a roof that's composed of this kind of three big boats, and then after the expo, all of this can continue sailing through the world. So again, circularity also in this sense is a way to teach people through the very essence, the very architecture of the pavilion, how we can be more sustainable by reusing all the things that we produce. And I think that's very, very important, especially in places such as expos. Expos are a little bit like Burning Man. You build a temporary city, but many times after the expo, everything is demolished. So we really wanted to go against that and see how the expo itself can become a great way to promote a new approach, a circular approach to architecture. And we see this as very, very important. It's about circularity. It's part of the broader theme of sustainability and what we are researching with our work, which is a combination of the natural and the artificial. In the 20th century, the tension between natural and artificial ended up in the destruction of a lot of the natural landscape next to our cities. Well, I think that this century, our objective, our kind of goal has to be the opposite. Has to be really how to bring more nature close to us, inside our cities, how to use technologies to monitor that with sensors, with actuators, with intelligence, how to somehow start a new path of coevolution between the natural and the artificial world. And really, I think that this coevolution is probably the only hope we have in face of all of the dramatic crisis of the Anthropocene that we are living today. Well, we hope that Expo Dubai overall and our pavilion could make a contribution in this direction. Thank you very much.
ASviS mission concretely represents the transformation path taken by the company to play a defining role in the global just transition process towards a low-carbon future, promoting access to clean energy for all. The mission integrates the 17 SDGs to which we intend to contribute, leveraging on our business model to reach net zero emissions by 2050, while promoting social and economic development in all our activities. To boost our transformation, we have recently launched a new strategy that will lead us to the full decarbonization of all our products and processes in the next 30 years, building on the diversification and expansion of retail and renewable businesses, bioproducts, and circular economy. The achievement of the SDGs requires an unprecedented collaboration between the public and private sector. Global challenges require global solutions. That is why a crucial part of our business model is Alliance for Development, through which we establish public-private partnerships to join forces and act together with our stakeholders on the ground, including international organizations, civil society, and national authorities. Working together is also key to tackle the COVID-19 effects from both a sanitary and an economic perspective, since the virus will increase economic inequality in the next years. We should face the current situation with determination, confident in the collective efforts as well as in scientific and technological advances. Our investments advance projects in health and education, improve access to energy and drinking water, and support the development of more sustainable energy sources. Our supercomputer, HPC-5, one of the world's most powerful, is speeding up research in new energy sources and is now helping to model drugs' effectiveness on COVID-19 as part of a European project. Innovation and sustainability are fundamental to support the energy transition process in the countries where we operate. As an example, in Angola, we created a partnership with Sonangol, the Angolan national oil company, that promotes the diversification and energy transition process in the country, such as the launch of the Caraculo photovoltaic plant project in the Namibe province. The photovoltaic plant has a total capacity of up to 50 megawatts peak to be developed with a phased approach. The collaboration is consistent with the country's global energy strategy that establishes a target of 800 megawatts of installed renewable capacity by 2025, with a specific focus on utility-scale solar projects aiming to reduce the diesel consumption, lowering operating costs and CO2 emissions.